Hey guys, Corbinator2000 here and welcome back to Sonic Forces. Today I'm going to be showcasing 3 more avatar recreations I've made using the avatar creator in Sonic Forces. The characters I've made are Tails, Silver and Jet the Hawk. So yeah, first character I'll show off is Tails. So yeah, here he is. This is my Tails. Now, Tails is interesting to do as, there's kind of two things. There's one, there's no fox, species in Sonic to choose from in Sonic Forces, and there's no species, that have 2 tails. And I know Tails is deliberately got that name for having his 2 tails, but at least my Tails is going to be able to do shit in this game for once, because Tails is a little bitch boy in this game. Anyway, I'll go through the clothing for him, and then I'll go through what I did specifically for his body and shit. So, first thing off, gloves. You're not gonna need to worry about changing the gloves at all. Just go with the default white gloves. And I know he's got this the grappling hood gauntlet bracelet thing, but I think it actually suits our Tails, which is nice. Footwear. Basically, you're gonna get Tails' exact shoes, which is the red with white, and these, which work well, and it's perfect. And as for body, you're gonna want to get the white shadow's white little tough thing, as Tails' body is is white and fluffy and shit. And while it's not covering his whole body, at least you've got the white fluffiness somewhere. So there's not a lot for clothing with Tails. The thing you're going to be wanting to do is with his body, so I'll just show you how I made my Tails. So I went with the wolf OC, for the wolf species I should say, for this, and obviously we go male because Tails is a boy, even though he's voiced by a girl, which I'm not going to question that. Anyway, and then I chose head type 3 as Tails doesn't really have anything on, his head is kind of flat and stuff like that. For his skin color, I went with the whitest one again because he has white as it's furry, so I just went with this. And then eyes, we went eye type 2 as it's pretty much Tails' eyes. Then we go blue eyes because Tails has blue eyes. And then for fur, I went with this as it's closest I think to getting Tails' fur, which is debatably yellow or orange, which is, I always say yellow, but people say it's orange. Whatever works, it's the same thing. And then you can choose whatever voice you want. You can have deep voice Tails, but I went with voice type 1, and then whatever victory pose you want, as that's not really important, but And then for the Wisp on, I decided to go with hover, as I figured, well, hover allows you to fly and shit like that, and that's perfect for Tails because his ability is to fly and shit. So let's do Arsenal Pyramid with Tails, as this will actually be the classic Sonic and Tails pairing up duo, as you can do in the classic games and shit, like other games where you can play as Sonic and Tails at the same time. So here we go. So we've got Sonic and Tails like actually working together, even though my Tails is not. So I've never really been a big fan of Tails at all. Like, he's been an okay character, but I never really had as much. I didn't like him as much as the other characters, but but I did agree. But one thing I did like about Tails was that he did grow as a character quite a bit, especially in the Dreamcast games like Adventures 1, Adventure 2, and even Heroes to a little bit. As I feel, but in the more recent games, he's just been like a little bitch, and then especially in Forces. I mean, this Tails cowered in the face of Chaos Zero, yet in Adventures 1 he took on Chaos 4, which is just sad. Tails is just a little bitch. Grab this, why not? Anyway, we're making Tails actually useful for once in this game, but yeah, now playing as him using the hover wisp shotgun thing. This acts like a shotgun. Bam, bam, and not flying around, but you know, whatever. God, like that. Right, anyway, moving on. Yeah, like whatever character development Tails had from the adventure game, they completely destroyed in this game. Like, Tails was an absolute fucking bitch in this game. And he was useless. And like, if you like Tails and Tails is like one of your favorite characters, yeah, that's all cool and all, and I don't mind that. Like, I respect that, but you can't deny that Tails was a complete and utter bitch and was completely useless in this game. At least in other games, in say Unleashed and Colors, he had a small purpose, but at Forces he was just a complete bitch and completely useless. Yeah, anyway, we just got through Arsenal Pyramid using Tails. And yeah, we did it with Sonic, so yeah. Made Tails actually useful in this game. So yeah, that was Tails in Sonic Forces. Actually good. Alright, next up we have Silver. Now, Silver was again, interesting to do, as there are a couple of things that make Silver kinda unique. For one, his quills are, he's missing his signature quills, which is people have said is to be, basically Pothead, as Silver's gained the name Pothead Hedgehog for his, quill being in the shape of like pot and shit like that. But yeah, I'll just go through what I did. So first thing I did was go with the white shadow head thing. Now, the reason I did this is because this gives his quills more length, as Silver has longish quills, and while it's not his exact quills, it at least makes it look better than if I didn't have it, which is this. This looks wrong. That looks so much better. Right, anyway, as for gloves, since Silver's gloves aren't in the game, I decided to just go with Shadow's default gloves, as Silver also has this kind of golden ring thing that he has around his gloves, similar to his boots, but I went with Shadow's things as that's the closest one we get, as it has the gold ring thing as well, and his gloves are white. So yeah, it works. Footwear, you can just go with Silver's exact shoes, which is perfect. Body, again, I went with the Shadow's white tough thing, as Silver has kind of a similar thing. Well, it's not 100% identical, it's pretty accurate actually. And I also went with this, the white Shadow bodysuit thing, as it seems to just work a little better, as I like it just a little bit. You don't need to have it on if you don't want to, but I don't know, I like it with it. So I'll just show you how I set up Silver. So again, we went with a male and we went with Hedgehog, as Silver's a Hedgehog. I went with you can choose any head as it's going to be covered up, but I went with type 3 because why not? Skin color you can just leave. Eyes, I did type 1, but you could go type 4 if you really wanted to, if you wanted to make an angry Silver. Eye color will go with yellow, like a yellowy color. Fur you want to go with like a white grey color, and then voice type 2, and then whatever pose you want. And and for Westbond, well, I chose hover again, as for one, mainly because, hover allows you to fly, as I previously mentioned, but because Silver uses psychokinesis and he can basically throw shit or push shit away using that ability, which is super telekinesis, and the hover Westbond basically pushes things away using a force blast, and so that basically is perfect for Silver. So yeah, Where can we go with silver? Where's the stage? Capital City, that's the one we're gonna do. We'll do Capital City with silver. So you can go flying past. Because yeah. We'll just go. Alright, so yeah, here we go, running through Capital City with silver, kinda.
What can that rattle do with an arm?
Bush. Alright, there we go, nice. And keep running. And we are flying. And we start dropping.
What you're seeing isn't real. It's no use.
Look at them long boys. Boom. There we go. Boom, okay. Good. That works. Boom. Fuck off. What hit me? Boom. Stop. Stop. How'd that hit me? Boom. Alright, there we go. And we'll just swing on across and run. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And we drop down and we just go around here. No one's down here. Alright.
The rookie is our only hope.
Yeah. Alright, and bam. Yep. Alright.
As much as it pains me to say it, the best we can do now is to live to fight another day.
There we go. Actually, he was able to use the other things. Boom. There we go. That was Capital City with silver, kinda. That's right. I went with that kind of. I think I went with that victory poses because in Sonic 06, Silver had this kind of, pose that, he'd basically float around and except he'd do this kind of pose except he'd be lying on his, lying in the air, on his, more like on lying on the air, in the air, kind of in this similar pose. And I think, and it looks kind of similar, and I figured it'd make him look more fabulous. But yeah, that was Silver in Sonic Forces. Alright, last up we have Jet the Hawk. Now, Jet was kind of interesting as a couple of, Jet has a couple of interesting features on him and shit like that. So I'll just go through what I did with him. Clothing and then body. So first things first, we went with the, Jet set radio glasses, for him, as Jet has these kind of goggle things that he generally doesn't, he has on the top of his head, but I think, but he has worn his, I think I have seen it, you can have seen him wear, he's actually worn his goggles on his, like, properly worn his goggles before, and I decided this looks, just better on him anyway than the goggles that you can get that are on top of his head, and I just like this more. For gloves, we went with Shadow's gloves, as Jet's gloves kind of have, are kind of like Shadow's gloves except minus the gold rings, so the gold rings as they're white with the red thingy and the black kind of thing around it, and so that's why I went with these. Footwear, Jet kind of has these big red boot things, and and they kind of look like this but don't, but this is the closest and they look quite nice and shit like that. Body, I went with the Shadow hair tuft thing, as Jet has a very similar thing to it and it just works, and that was basically it for clothing. I'll just show you quickly how I made him. So went with male, bird, go with hair type 3, I believe I went with, I went with I-Type 4 as Jet has the kind of angry eye look. Jet has kind of turquoise eyes. B, just go with the default. I went with the darker green as, it's kind of Jet's thing. And you choose whatever voice and, victory pose you want. That's basically Jet for ya. Alright, and I went with the hover wisp on yet again as, basically Jet, as there's nothing really, as Jet is a bird, I figured he should probably be able to fly, even though I believe he's a speed type character in the Riders games. But I went with the flying, as I think Jet always makes it saying that, being a bird, being able to fly makes using shit more easier and shit like that, so I guess that's where I'm gonna go with it. So where could we go with Jet? We'll do Park Avenue with Jet. We'll do Park Avenue with my Jet, the Hawk. Alright. There we go, we're running for Park Avenue with good old Jet the Hawk. Bomb.
Search for civilians
Right.
Fighting's too fierce.
Bomb. Couple bomb.
Only hope, rookie. The rescue is in your hands.
And come on. Meow. Boom. Boom. Boom.
This ain't good.
Alright, here we go.
Still, can't just ignore him. You got this.
Boom. 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 And we fly away. Alright.
Nice work. A fine display of skill.
And ready for another fine display of skill, SPO?
I'm gonna top that.
Totally skill. Lots of skill here.
Broken through enemy.
Lot of hover.
We secured an escape route, so there's a safe way out. Thanks to the rookie, things are turning around. Let's keep this momentum going.
Okay, fine. That worked well. There we go. Anyway. Boom. Boom. And kaboom. Alright. Boom.
From HQ.
Boom.
The enemy's on the run.
And keep going.
Well done, everyone.
And we have done it. Park Avenue with Jet the Hawk. Alright. Yep. S rank. No surprise there. So that was Jet the Hawk in Sonic Forces, and that wraps up this video. So if you enjoyed it, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye!